Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you guys in the online space. So, we are here again and supposed to be our daily, like we normally show up here early in the morning. But our schedule, well, not really I get like I was so exhausted and I just fall asleep while my business partner here is waiting for me. So yes, we are here again. We are back in our daily go live in this 90 days challenge in our 10-month program. So today our topic is about explain the importance of daily routine. But before I dive into that, for those of you who are new, my name is Rosaline. I am a digital business owner and a mentor, and I will give a chance to my business partner to introduce a little bit about herself before we dive into our topic. Hi, sis.
Hi everyone, good evening. Yeah, like I said, like Roslyn, we usually do our go live in the morning, but sometimes there's time that we're very hectic schedule, and we can, as long as we can do a go live in a day, today, that's more important here. But anyway, my name is Teresa. I'm digital business owner and a mentor, and we're here again in our 90-day challenge, and we're gonna share our topic about importance of a daily routine.
So yes, that's exactly right. We do our daily go
Go
live
live.
of what that time that's we both are meet in the middle. So, explain the importance of daily routine. So, daily routines are powerful because they bring structure and calm to our lives. They help us stay consistent, reduce stress, and boost productivity by making tasks feel more manageable. With a routine, we can focus on what matters the most. And I'm going to insert here our digital business because in our digital business, we do have the automated system that work for us in the back ends so that we can do of what matters the most in our daily life you know from here from health and well-being to personal goals without of course, yes, without feeling overwhelmed. Simply put, routines create a steady rhythm that supports making each day smoother and helping us grow little by little. So I will let my business partner share hers. Then we will give our opinions, and hopefully we can share and give you values to our topic today.
Daily routine is essential because it brings us structure, focus, and a sense of control of our lives. And having a routine help also prioritize our most important tasks and making us more productive and less overwhelmed. So, and also reduces, like I said, decision, like, like you already, you can control because you already have a routine. And
Yes.
also, a consistent daily routine builds a healthy habits and keeps us grounded and brings us closer to our goals.
Yes. So yes, really, I'm gonna share my routine here, my daily routine. Really, it depends on the day. I think we are both night shifts, sis, right? You're night shift.
Yes, yeah, we're night shift.
If I'm working, my routines change. I will reverse that. But if I'm not working, my daily routine starts with going to the gym, and then I do come home and then do what like home housework, and then the business. Like very because here I'm also running a business on top of my full time job. Um, Even though this is just a side hustle, but I try to work here as a full time, because really I will be benefits this in the long run. And most of the day, really, I do if there's an important thing that I need to do, I write it down so I don't forget because we are human being. We get distracted too easy and we forget what we need to do. But sometimes in my daily routine, when sometimes it gets like confusing, we have to like plan ahead of what really matters. And sometimes as year goes, that routine becomes like normal, and it's time to switch and get out of that sometimes comfort zone and start something. So how about you, sis? Did you
Um,
feel the same sometimes when it gets so boring?
yeah, sometimes if you have a routine, you kind of like you get like what was say like the same thing and the same old so but different day. But sometimes, like I said, if you work like if I'm working and then I have a doctor's appointment, so my daily routine kind of like change. But
Yeah.
for me, the one thing I wanna do is like I like to plan ahead what I have to make something for tomorrow, like example
Yeah.
for the week for food and stuff. I like to uh, make a plan ahead of time.
Do you
That
have
way, I don't have to think oh, like what should I do and what you're gonna make. So
do
for
you
me,
have
it's
the
like
hobby
overwhelming.
do you have the hobby of making a list as well?
Oh yes, 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 of course, yes.
Yes.
So that's really important that like, even when I go grocery, I make a list too. So it's not just my our daily routine. I always make sometimes like I said, I can't remember it all. So that's when you go to the store, you completely forget what you wanna sometimes we forget the most important what you wanna get. So
Yeah.
it's important we have a list. Same thing as like our daily routine in like every day. You know, sometimes we have to, like I said, we have to prioritize what's
What
really important and need to get done.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, there's so many way like, in our daily routine, but always remember, don't forget your self-care, because don't forget yourself in have enough sleep, because you do get like we do get stressed out or like tired, and our body just cannot function in just keep working. We cannot do that. Our body will get sick, and then what we gonna do,
Yeah,
right?
we're not like if we're lack of sleep, we're not really productive. You
Yeah.
know, we're not aware. Sometimes most people get an accident
Yes.
because
Let me
of
tell
that
you.
lack of sleep, and I know it happens to me. So no,
the,
lack of sleep, and yeah, sometimes it's. I know we sometimes we cannot really avoid it. But if like sometimes 20 minutes, 15 minutes break or a nap or a cat nap, I think it helps to go back to like
You know what's
to
funny about me is like, for example, I'll be at work and then I didn't get good sleep, because I get busy and things needs to be done and I have to do it. So I will be at work and then but my mind is not there. So when my coworker is talking to me and I look at her, I said, "Are you talking to me?" And I said, "Yeah, I've been talking to you for a long time." And I have no idea because my mind is not there.
like,
My body sometimes they really have to touch me. Hey, you
are
awake?
you awake? It's like I think you're sleeping, but your eyes is open.
I always tell them, I may be sitting here, look like fully awake and aware of what's going on, but sometimes I'm sleeping. I just make up an excuse. But yes, daily routine. There is so many we can like. For example, talk here. Like I would work, I will do my exercise. Like in my, we'll say my daily routine. In my exercise world, I have a plan of what to do. I have this program to follow. But without that, for example, I just keep doing that every day. Sometimes it gets so boring. That's why we have to.
Yes.
That's why, because I remember my coworker. She's my coworker, become a friend, and then she goes to the gyms every day. That was and then she told me that I feel so bored. I don't have motive. I feel
Motivation.
Yes, I said, we'll change your program. So maybe it's about time to change, because when our muscles get used to the movement, the exercise every day of what you're doing, it gets boring. So when you change program, you introduce new exercise that your body not used to it. So like you will get more motivated to learn the movement to get the perfect form. But that's why, like I said, I always like try to change every at least 6 months. Other than that,
Yeah,
it gets
that'll be a good you know good plan to for change the programs and stuff like that. But for
yeah,
me, I used to work every morning, and sometimes when I have like if I have forced to stay over, kind of like it's hard to get up early. and do my
Yes.
work. And now now it's time like the weather change. It's like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. Before it's 6 o'clock, the sun is bright, sun is out.
Now
But
6 o'clock.
now it's different, and then it's getting colder.
Yes.
So I have to change. I need to be keep moving, or I want to stay fit, or like just
Yeah.
start doing my exercise.
You really
Because
have to try.
I've been walking like every day. At least you need 10,000 steps every day, or
Wow.
maybe 4 miles, three
That's
miles
amazing.
a day. That's how I my
You're
goal every day.
Yeah, and yes, in our, if we will say our whole day daily routine is what really helps you is that making a list and do prioritize of what's important task that you have to do in that day, and then and also so you don't forget, because as what we mentioned here, that our mind, we cannot think sometimes when we get distracted. The most important thing that we're supposed to do is enough, we forget. So just write it down. I know it's not easy, but the more you make list, the easier the day goes, because you have things to follow. And manage it into, like, if you have bigger like goals in that day, manage it into small task, manageable tasks, so it wouldn't be like so overwhelming to think, to even think about, you know. Just take it easy to yourself and don't get stressed out, and always remember that um you get that done no matter what.
Yeah, just like I mean, I don't like the idea that we like just do it tomorrow. For
Yes.
me, if I can get it done today, I will get it done today. If not, then I'll do it tomorrow. So there's no rush, but
Yes.
it's not good idea to wait and get it done.
Yeah, I like that you bring that up. Really, yes, don't have the hobby of tomorrow, because what happened is tomorrow becomes never,
Never.
right? So
Yes.
if you have something to do it now, start it now, and if you cannot finish, continue that the next day. But
Yeah,
at least,
yeah, I remember that like I want to share like every time I do something like when I stay in my old house. So I was doing like a garden. So since the dump truck cannot dump the dirt close by, so I had to go back and forth. And I was like, it's getting darker. I know I'm gonna get it done because tomorrow I'm gonna start putting seeds. So even it was so dark outside, turned all the floodlights, and here we go, just keep going. So
yes,
I know it's not a good idea.
I mean, like sometimes if I start something, I end up being awake all night because I could not stop
Mm,
until I get it done. You
that's
don't have
true.
that personality of tomorrow, so I will share this something, like, I, well, used to be my friend that I care for, but something happened and we're like, we're not in a good term, but I just look at them as, like coworkers like them. And this woman, she cannot drive, and I said to her, like, practice, practice, practice until you can get your license, because here in the United States we need to drive because everything is far, there is no jeepney or bus.
Oh, I know
So
it's hard.
yes, so I told her, and she have the personality of, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow, and until 3 years later she still can't drive. Because tomorrow, I said, you don't have that hobby, please, try to not rely on that tomorrow, because tomorrow may not come. What if something happened? Who will drive you? How are you going to get to work? How are you going to go to the store if you can't drive?
Yeah, it's really hard, especially if we don't have a
What?
public transportation. It's
Here,
hard.
especially here in Maine, everything is far.
Yeah, I mean, I did like I used to live like I have like half mile like dirt road, and it's really far away from store. Well, you can walk, but it might take you 2 hours. But
Yeah,
for me, that's the first thing I did when I came here is to learn to drive. I
yeah,
really try my best to learn to drive, and
that was the
yeah,
goal.
I
You did.
did practice, and I was just glad that I live in that area that I can drive without no people around me or permit or something. I can just practice.
Yes.
It's a back road, so I was so glad. So I just ran back and forth. It's like a mile, so enough to do me a go around circle.
Yeah, so the main point here is that don't have that hobby of tomorrow, because that tomorrow becomes never. And then, before you realize, time flies, like after 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, you still can't drive. And then that's the most important thing, especially here living in the US. So yes, just the good thing about yours is you have goal. Your biggest goal at that time is to know how to drive, so you practice every day and practice until you get it. That's like mine too. When I did, because I drove back home when I was in the Philippines, but it's really different. So when I get here, I said I need to do something. So I said I need to learn, first of all, learn how to drive, get a job, so I can stand on my own. But then I end up almost accident in a parking lot. So I was freaked out and I stopped couple months. I said, no, I need to keep going. So I keep driving and driving and driving and until I get my license. It's really, we don't stop. If we have something to do, just don't stop, keep going until it becomes your hobby. Like driving, it's not, we don't have to think anymore. Become a hobby.
Yeah, sometimes you have to have a like the reason why I get the license because sometimes there's some one person that motivates me. I'm not holding grudges, but it just motivates me to get that driver's license. I want to prove them that I can get it too. Because I know sometimes it's hard to get a test because you're like I said, we're immigrant and you have to learn. Sometimes
Yes.
you if you take a test, sometimes you won't get you can't pass. So I'm glad that I did. I study,
You
but
prove
I
it.
have, like I said, I need to prove them that I can get a license.
My issue that time, I don't think you hear that my issue that time, I was no problem with taking the test. I passed it once. The road test, because they are looking perfectionist. I said, I'm not perfect. I said, I can't be perfect. So they are looking for a smooth drive, smooth stop, turn, perfect back up, perfect parallel, and perfect smooth, like when you drive in a road. I said, oh my god, I can be perfect. So that was a biggest struggle for me, like challenges. Learning, it took me 3 times to pass.
Now, like for me, I don't know why, but when when I heard the woman and I said, like, who's the person you know, on that test? I said this woman, like, oh, like just pray that you will pass because she's very strict and nobody like her. And so of course for me, as soon as I get in the car and I was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. And then she could see me, I was really nervous. So, and then she just told me, okay, just, breathe in, breathe out, and tell me when you're ready. As soon as I'm ready, like like maybe like less than a minute, and I said, I'm ready. And she just tell me, turn your sentinel. And it's just like telling me what to do. I can even perform it. She already told me what to do. Next and next and next. I was like, oh my God, I hope I can pass.
Did you
So,
did you pass once?
oh yeah. And parallel park, that's the first time. See, this is what in Pennsylvania, they don't do a road test until you do the parallel park. If you don't pass the park, you don't do a road test.
Here is the part, the road test is in the middle, in the
No.
middle
No,
of.
if you don't pass the parallel, you're done. Then you gotta retest.
Right. So
Mm.
here it was so scary for me because it was a busy road when I did a part of parking as well. And it was noontime where people are getting out and getting their lunch. So that was, but we get it done. That's
Mm.
first goal
But
actually.
at that time though, I think they saw me that I'm really like serious of getting my
Determined.
lessons. Do you know what I did? I went there into the training where they have a parallel there and that they're available in I don't know what day. So I went there for like 2 times, 3 times, and I want to see how far they go and how by the from the curb. So I measure that before I go home. I just measure, and then when I go home, I have my cone and I just practice them all the time. But I went there too to practice. So these I think, like I said, they probably they see me that I was serious. So when I did my parallel park, I don't know why, but that day she was so nice, and I'm pretty sure when I parked the parallel park,
Good
I
job.
was way off the curb, and she was just like, "As long as we're in the box, you're good." So I passed. So I was passed. I was like, "Oh my God, that was really."
Funny. So yes, our main goal are sharing that here is that don't have the personality or habit of tomorrow. Do it now. Keep practicing. Whatever we're doing in life, as long as you keep practicing, because that's what they said, stay consistent. Like if how hard, how heavy, or how difficult is that task that you need to do in your daily, like in that routine, manage it into small pieces, into a manageable activities to get that done, because in the end, you get it done or not, it's your um
Achievement or yeah.
achievement. Yes, nobody can do that for you but yourself. So that's it for tonight, I think. We're having a good time. We're almost 20 minutes
21 minutes.
past 20 minutes. So yes, just manage it into a manageable task and stay consistent, and always remember to recharge yourself so you don't get overwhelmed and get stressed out. So just plan ahead and write it down and see your day will it will go smoother than confused and messed up without like knowing which is going to be going first, and end up not doing the most important task in your daily activities. So I think that's it for today, sis. Do you have anything to add on?
I think that's for tonight that we can share.
Yes, and so for those of you who are interested to know more about our digital business, because of what we always mention, we are a digital business owner and a mentor. Feel free to reach out or register to our website wherever you which one. If you are in Pennsylvania, sis Teresa is from Pennsylvania, or we are both in US. But whoever, if you're interested to know more, register to our website and um, watch that 90 minutes webinar. The 90 minutes webinar is just a basic of our business. Feel free to learn more to proceed to the next steps, and then um, decide after if this opportunity is for you. And if it's for you, keep going, follow the next steps, or reach out to us, and we'll be happy to guide you along the way. So thank you, Sis
Thank you,
Teresa.
everyone. Thank you,
We'll be back again
Roslyn.
tomorrow, and I think it'll be in the morning. I don't know
No,
which.
yes. Well, we can do it in the morning.
Thank you, and take
Thank
care.
you. Have a good night.